If you would like us to adapt this video or any other manuals for your organization, we have templates from HR to safety. Let us be your partner in converting your manuals into high-impact, affordable videos. Contact us today. The selection and recruitment process covers a number of areas, including advertisements, selection methods, recruitment monitoring, and exit interviews. Effective recruitment and selection is central and crucial to the successful functioning of the company. It depends on finding people with necessary skills, expertise, and qualifications to deliver the strategic objectives and the ability to make a positive contribution to the values and aims of the organization. Vacancies will generally be advertised in the appropriate newspaper or journal. Advertisers will be notified on a local job center, and all vacancies will be posted on the company intranet and internal notice boards. The company may, on occasion, decide to restrict advertisement on internal candidates only, and vacancies which are restricted to internal candidates only be clearly indicated on the advertisement. Employees on maternity leave will receive all advertisements for posts advertising the company during the period of the maternity leave. Candidates for all posts, except on some occasions when a vacancy is restricted to internal recruitment, be asked to complete a standard application form in order that they can be judged on the basis of comparable information. In applying for positions, all candidates will be provided with a job description, details of the appropriate conditions of service, and details about the company. A brief statement about the appointment procedure will be provided, and if possible, an indication of the date when an interview will be held. The job description will include a list of main duties and responsibilities of the position, together with an outline of the qualifications and experience which candidates are expected to possess. In drawing up the job description and conditions of service, the company will ensure that no job applicant receives less favorable treatment than another on the grounds of disability, gender, race, etc. Applicants will not be asked to specify whether they have disabilities. However, applicants may be asked, are you able to carry out the necessary job assignments and perform them well and safely? All applicants who meet this criteria for the job will be interviewed and considered on their merits. Applicants will be required to supply the names and addresses of 3 people from whom references can be obtained, one of which should normally be the applicant's current or most recent employer. Only references for shortlisted candidates for interview will be obtained. References will normally be sought prior to the interview unless the candidate indicates otherwise. And references should normally be made in writing or email, but those received by telephone will be accepted, provided that a note of the conversation is recorded and placed on file. Candidates will not be asked to declare on the application form whether they have either been convicted of a criminal offense. However, depending on the company, department, position, applicants may be asked if a security clearance is necessary. Can this be achieved? Applicants will also be required to declare if they are related to any member of staff within the company. Canvassing of members of the company is not permitted. No manager should be put in a position where he or she is asked to interview a person to whom they are related. It is the company's policy not to communicate further with applicants other than those who are shortlisted. Applicant details are recorded at the point of receipt. Any information related to the data collected in the Equality and Diversity Recruitment Monitoring Form will be hidden. All completed application forms are private and confidential. All application forms will be collated by the Human Resource Department. A short list of candidates will be drawn up for an interview based entirely on merit and suitability. Interviews will be held by a panel comprising of ideally 3 persons, but a minimum of 2 persons, gender balance wherever possible. The interviewers will encourage candidates to be at ease during the interview in order that they can give a fair and accurate impression of themselves. Optionally, a human resource person can be present for interviews. The selection and the appointment of the chief executive will be made by the members of the board, and the panel will be chaired by the board chairman. The set of questions will be agreed by the interview panel in advance and will be developed from the current job description for the post. The panel will seek to develop questions which ask the candidates to give examples of previous relevant experience. All candidates will be asked the same questions in the same order, and the responses rated between 1 to 10. The panel will each have a copy of the questions and will score independently of each other during the interview. Time is allocated between interviews for the panel to discuss each candidate and to reward a total point score. Additional notes may be made by the panel during the interview. However, it should be noted that candidates will have access to all information should they request it. It should be remembered that an interview is a two-way process, and candidates will be given every opportunity to view the offices where they will work and ask questions about the company to ensure they have a full understanding of the post of which they are applying for where the company operates. In addition to interviews, a range of other selection techniques may be used. In such circumstances, reasonable notice and relevant information will be given to ensure the candidates have the sufficient time and information to prepare. Travel expenses will normally be appropriate. A candidate who withdraws or refuses an office of employment for reasons considered by the company to be inadequate will not be reimbursed. All appointments will be made strictly on merit and related to the requirements of the job, and the chief executive has delegated powers to make appointments to posts below director level or equivalent. For director level posts, the executive will consult with the chairman to determine board members' level of involvement. All interview candidates are notified of the outcome of the selection process as soon as possible, either by telephone or by letter. All unsuccessful candidates' application forms and interview notes will be retained for 1 year from the date of interview taking place. After this date, they will be destroyed. All offers of employment will be made conditionally upon satisfactory results from the following: 2 satisfactory references, confirmation of the right to work in this country, and criminal records disclosures. A probation period of 6 months will be in place, and in some situations an extended 3 months may be required. The company seeks to recruit employees on the basis of their ability and the requirements of the post, and the company wants to ensure no applicant receives less favorable treatment than any other on the grounds of disability, gender, race, etc. In order to meet this commitment, all candidates are asked to complete a recruitment monitoring form enclosed with the application form. All completed monitoring forms will be treated as confidential, and this form will be segregated from the application form on the receipt, as those involved in the selection process will not have access to it. The information given by the candidates will be solely used for the purposes of monitoring and recruitment process. All employees who leave the employment of the company voluntarily will have an exit interview with their line manager before the last day of employment. Exit interviews provide the opportunity for departing employees to discuss their reasons for leaving. The information provided is useful in identifying trends, learning and development, and evaluating the effectiveness of HR policies and practices. The appropriate line manager should receive all appropriate information, such as recommendations made for change or significant issues raised in the questionnaire, while bearing in mind confidentiality issues. The exit interview questionnaire will be retained on the employee's personnel file.